Hello friends, good morning all of you. Here I am Gadekar Sachin Pandit. Today we are discuss a PMR spectroscopy. So in this PMR spectroscopy we are discuss a different topic. First, position of peak, measurement of chemical shift, internal standard, calculation of chemical shift, calculation of chemical shift and molecular structure. Okay, so last lecture yesterday we are discuss a instrumental part, then number of peak signal. So first in this instrumental part we are discuss a different components or different parts are present in this instrument, how they are work. Okay, so in this PMR spectroscopy we use a instrument, and this instrument consists a magnet, and this is the most important role. So these magnet produce a magnetic field, and this magnetic field is essential becomes chemical shift. Okay, so next we are use a generator. So this generator produce a or use to supply DC current to produce magnet electromagnet, then radio frequency oscillator. So this radio frequency oscillator we have to use for generation of radio frequency. Generally it use a 16 megahertz to 5 megahertz, and then a radio frequency detector, it detect the radio frequency, absorption of radio frequency, then record. So, okay, so there are two types of spectrums are recorded. If magnetic field kept constant and radio frequency change, and second type, radio frequency is kept constant and strength of applied magnetic field change. Okay, so there are two different types or two different ways to record PMR spectrum. Then we discussed number of PMR signal produced. Okay, suppose this number of PMR signals totally depends on number of PMR signals is equal to the number of type of protons. Okay, so chemically equivalent protons gives a same or same types absorb chemical energy, magnetic field and energy. So it gives a single signal. But in compound second, suppose example a ethyl bromide. So ethyl bromide in which methyl and CH2 there are different chemical environment. Okay, so CH2 groups attached to bromine, so this is the electronegative and decrease the electron density. Okay, so there are different environment and it becomes shows two types of signal. Okay, so number of signals totally depends on its chemical environment. Okay, so these points we are discussed in last lecture. So today we are discuss a PMR spectroscopy in which position of peak, measurement of chemical shift, internal standard, calculation of chemical shift, and lastly we discuss a chemical shift and molecular structure. So first we discuss a position of signal or chemical shift, delta value, it's represented by delta value. So position of signal totally depends on shielding and de-shielding effect. Okay, so shielding, what is the shielding? Shielding, electron density around the proton increases, so increase the shielding, and absorption occurs at high field. Okay, so next is the de-shielding. Okay, so what is the de-shielding? De-shielding is electron density around the proton decrease and de-shielding will increase. and absorption occurs at low field. Okay, so up field and down field, high field and low field. Okay, so these are the terms. High field, it means protons are highly shielded. Low field, its protons are deshielded. Downfield, protons are deshielded. And upfield, it means protons are shielded. So this position of signal or chemical shift depends on shielding and deshielding. So here example, tetramethylsilane. Okay, so this tetramethylsilane peak position occurs at high field because it's highly shielded. Presence of 4 methyl groups. Okay, so these 12 protons shielded to methyl, shielded, and it becomes a high field. And suppose example next, red colored proton. So these red colored protons is shielded proton because methyl group donate electron towards the hydrogen and its plus I effect. So highly shielded proton and its position occurs at high field or down field, right hand side in spectrum. So next example, blue colored proton. So this blue colored proton is highly deshielded. Why? Because in this molecule chlorine atoms are present. These chlorine atoms electron density of hydrogen atoms remove. So that's why these blue colored hydrogens are highly deshielded and its observed absorption occurs at low field or down field in position of spectrum. So this is the position of signals totally depends on shielding and deshielding effects. So red colors is shielded proton and its position occurs at high field, and blue colored proton is highly deshielded and its peak position occurs at low field or down field in spectrum. So next is the position of peak or chemical shift delta. Okay, here represented methyl bromide, example of methyl bromide CH3CH2Br. So there are two types of protons, two types of signals are observed because CH3 and CH2 are chemically not equivalent, chemically different environment. CH2 attached to bromine, highly electron withdrawing group, highly electronegative. It's withdraw the electron density of CH2 groups as compared to CH3. So CH3 is more shielded as compared to CH2 and CH3 observe upfield and CH2 is deshielded, it observe peak position in downfield or low field. Okay, so shielding and deshielding of proton depends on chemical environment. Different environment absorb different chemical energy or magnetic field. So here CH3 and CH2 are different chemical environment of hydrogen or proton. So CH3 protons are observed at low energy and low magnetic field and peaks shown in up field. But in CH2 group, CH2 peak position is observed in downfield because it attached to electron withdrawing group and it's deshielded. So its peak position observed in downfield or low field. Okay, so the position of peak totally depends on its shielding and deshielding effect. So next, measurement of chemical shift. So in this, position and pattern. Position means chemical shift, delta value, and pattern is the splitting or multiplicity. So the position and pattern of the NMR signal gives important information about the chemical environment of the nuclei. So here example, tetramethylsilane. So this is the structure of tetramethylsilane, highly shielded, and is used as a internal standard for measurement of chemical shift. Next example is the measurement of chemical shift. It's example of benzene and anisole, methoxybenzene. In benzene, there are 6 protons, and these all protons are chemically equivalent and observe a single signal. But in second example, methoxybenzene or anisole, so methyl groups and benzene, there are two types of signals are observed because these two are chemically not equivalent. They are different, non-equivalent. So that's why methoxy is another signal and benzene are observed another signal. So this measurement of chemical signal is depends upon absorption of radio waves or radio frequency. So protons in different chemical environment absorb at different magnetic field. So this so negligible amount of radio frequency absorb and generate a magnetic field or energy near about 0.02 Gauss. So protons in different chemical environment absorb at different magnetic field, so little less as compared to instrumental. Okay, and instrument produce or instrument magnetic field near about 14,000 Gauss. Okay, so absorb radio frequency and produce magnetic field near about 0.2 Gauss, and instrument produce 14,000 Gauss. So there are therefore difficult to determine the accurate peak position. So there are different and difficult to determine accurate peak position. So that's why we have to need a internal standard and for measurement of peak position. So we have to need a internal standard, and internal standard we use a tetramethylsilane. Okay, so this is the structure of tetramethylsilane, and this tetramethylsilane we use a internal standard because it's highly shielded. So many application or so many properties of this tetramethylsilane. So first property, it produce only one sharp signal. Tetramethylsilane, it produce only one sharp signal. TMS, tetramethylsilane, has highest magnetic field because it's highly shielded and it's observed in highly shielded. Okay, so itself act as a good solvent because all organic compounds dissolve in it. So it is highly volatile and hence quickly evaporate and sample recover near about 100%. Other chemical methods are not recovered 100% or so costly treatment or costly experimental procedures. So in this PMR spectrum, we use a internal standard as TMS, and these highly volatile and hence quickly evaporate and sample recover near about 100%. So next property, magnetic field of sample and internal standard is one and same. So TMS, protons absorb at zero chemical shift frequency, zero delta frequency, and same protons absorb relative, sample protons absorb relative frequency respect to the TMS at high field. Or so calculation of chemical shift. Okay, so calculation of chemical shift, we use a this formula. So chemical shift is equal to frequency of sample minus frequency of TMS, then applied divided by applied frequency of instrument into 10 raised to 6. Delta is equal to mu sample minus mu TMS. Mu is the frequency. Frequency of sample minus frequency of TMS divided by applied instrumental frequency into 10 raised to 6. So this is the equation for calculation of chemical shift. So next is the chemical shift delta is dimensionless and it expressed as ppm part per million, and TMS observed is equal to 0 ppm or part per million. That is, frequency of instrument is included to make delta value. Different instruments have different applied magnetic field or radio frequency. The delta value remains same. Okay, so in this figure, downfield and upfield. Okay, so instrument frequency of instrument include the make delta value upfield or downfield. So different instrument have different radio frequency. The delta value remains same. So here chemical shift delta and field strength. So there here two examples. We use a different instrument such as 60 megahertz instrument and 100 megahertz instrument for PMR spectrum of chloroform. We use a TMS as a internal standard, and it's was recorded with 60 megahertz instrument. A peak was obtained near about 437 hertz. But when the spectrum was recorded with 100 megahertz instrument, highest magnetic field instrument, the peak was obtained near about 728 hertz, and is chemical shift both 16 megahertz instrument and 100 megahertz instrument, its chemical shift equal near about 7.28 ppm. So recorded spectrum 60 megahertz and 100 megahertz spectrum, at that time chemical shift is equal, but observe obtained peak is different. So here is delta value are independent of the instrument used. Okay, so if the instrument change, relative peak position are change, but value not change, delta value not change. If instrument change 60 megahertz and 100 megahertz instrument, relative peak positions are changed, but delta value, chemical shift value cannot change. Okay, so in this spectrum, this spectrum was obtained in 16 megahertz for chloroform. So chloroform is highly deshielded. So its peak position delta is near about 7.28 delta. So increase, shielding increase, decrease the delta value. Remember this point. Shielding increase, decrease the delta value, and deshielding increase the delta value. Shielding increase, decrease the delta value, chemical shift decrease, and deshielding increase the delta value, and peak position observed in downfield. In deshielding, peak position observed in shielding its upfield. So here tau scale. So it is the measurement delta and tau value in spectrum. So we calculate delta chemical shift is equal to 10 minus tau. If we calculate tau value, then we use tau is equal to 10 minus delta. So it is a measurement. So next lecture we are discuss a chemical shift and molecular structure and other points. So now here we are stop. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.